All right, everybody, in today's video, we're going to cover if you're moving to Claremont, what do you need to know? What are the top tips and strategies, the top educational based information you would need to know before making that move? Now, before we get started, at the end of the video, I'm going to share a tip, a strategy from a real estate agent to you on how you guys, as you're doing your research, can score some major deals. Guys, we're talking about some strategies that will help eliminate massive down payments, massive amounts of closing fees. Guys, there are some strategies you can employ tactically that will help mitigate how much money you bring to the table. Now, we're going to go over that at the end of the video, but let's jump in right now, guys. Talk about cost of living. So, typically, and this is going to depend on what part of Claremont. We've got older sections in Claremont, but we also have a lot of areas in Claremont that are new construction. So this is going to be skewed. But guys, typically in Claremont, cost of living is approximately 3% lower than the national average. Now, housing expenses are anywhere from 4 to 10% lower than the national average, again, depending on the area that you move to. The median home price hovers around 440K, and the rents are going between 1,400 and 3,900 a month. Now, let's talk about some top subdivisions. Now, guys, we have older established subdivisions like Legends, Kingsridge, if you're into 55 plus, and other developments that are older and established. But Claremont has been booming for years now with new construction, thus our population expansion. So some of the subdivisions you might want to do research on would be Parkside Trails. These are priced between 399 to 550K. In some instances, could be higher. Serenoa Lakes, if you love nature, you're going to love Serenoa. It's south of Claremont, still in Claremont, but way south, but it puts you in direct line towards the downtown Disney area, Disney Springs. Great location. Waterbrook, one of my favorite subdivisions, definitely worth taking a look at. Wellness Ridge, guys, this is like a city being built inside of Claremont. This is going to take about 10 years. It's going to be running in the Wellness Ridge area all the way towards like you're heading to the back of Disney Springs. It kind of in that area, it's going to be a great cutoff. A lot of commercial development, a lot of businesses, restaurants, shopping, doctors are being planned for that area. The Olympic project right next to it. Right now, Lennar was the first builder to launch, but there's going to be several builders building neighborhoods and developments out there. So this will be one to watch. Also be aware that up until a couple years ago, Claremont didn't really have a lot of planned communities where there were CDDs. So check with your realtor. Hopefully that's me. But if you're using a different realtor, just as you're looking at subdivisions, make sure that you discuss things like the HOA fees, the different rules and regulations. Check with them about any CDD requirements, which we're starting to see more of in new construction. And then, guys, Ventnor Reserve, this is just some of the subdivisions, guys, that you are able to take part of in your research. All right, education in schools. Now, I have a whole video on education in schools, but for families, Claremont provides access to very good education. For Lake County, we've got a lot of choices. For high schools, you've got Eastridge High School, Lake Mineola High School, which is right outside of Claremont, but a lot of Clermontonians go there. Imagine Schools of South Lake. This is a great school, a secondary option for people. You've got the brand new, and I'm going to say this wrong, but it's literally right down the street from me, the Ariella M. Cole Academy. This is a brand new school that just got built literally in downtown Claremont. Now let's get into lifestyle and recreation. If you love outdoors, if you love lakes, if you love outdoor tanning, if you love nightlife. Now I'm not talking about big city bars and dance clubs. I'm just talking about healthy family style nightlife. Claremont is for you. We're not that far from Winter Garden. You will love to go to downtown Winter Garden, especially during holidays. But Claremont, literally over the last 5 years, has gone through a complete revitalization. Now, Claremont is, for all practical purposes, an older town. If you ever take a drive and go up north, like through Disney, Tennessee, and you see some of those older towns with the old buildings, 100-year-olds, that's downtown Claremont. But most of those buildings have been revitalized. They've been revitalized in a way to keep it period specific, but very well done. The streets have all been bricked. Claremont is now, and depending on when you go, the nightlife at any time during the week, you can go at night, and there'll be so many people in the city just enjoying the new restaurants, coffee bars, barbecue spots. A couple breweries have come in. Claremont literally is right on the lakefront in the chain. So we've got some restaurants out there like Salt Shack that people are loving. So nightlife is great, especially during Christmas. because they do some great things during Christmas. The town just gets absolutely into the air of that season. So proximity to attractions for lifestyle guys in Claremont, depending on where you live, you could be as close as 10 minutes to downtown Disney and the Disney parks and Universal. Depending on other spots of Claremont, it could be a 30, 35-minute drive, but we're close to all of that. We're about an hour and 10 minutes to Daytona Beach, 30 minutes to Orlando, 45 minutes to 50 minutes to Tampa. So it is a great central location in the state of Florida. We've got parks. We've got amazing lakefront parks. We've got downtown Claremont has its own lakefront waterfront park, a splash pad for kids. So check all of that out as you're doing your research. And again, if you want more information on this, just look below in the description and I will give you whatever information you want that you're looking for. But lifestyle and recreation in Claremont is so geared for families. Again, if you're looking for the nightlife like you would in a big metropolitan city, not Claremont. Claremont is going to be more of the lifestyle and recreation for families and people looking for very decent and good recreation, but not the club atmosphere. Hope that makes sense. All right, growth and development. We are experiencing rapid growth in Claremont. Economically, new businesses and housing developments are emerging literally by the quarter. The infrastructure improvements, Claremont is investing in roads. We are investing in public services. We're widening roads as we speak. So a lot of stuff is going on. The thing that made Claremont such a unique entity 10 years ago is not necessarily what's happening today, because with growth, change happens. 10 to 15 years ago, everybody in Orlando and Winter Haven and Davenport and Leesburg and Apopka, they all wanted to move to Claremont because it was a smaller population. The lifestyle was great here, more laid back, but yet beautiful city, amenities, the lakes. People were moving here in droves, and the prices 10 years ago here were massively on scale smaller than bigger areas like Orlando. Well, that's changed. We're more on par now with those areas, and with that, we've increased our population, right? So growth is happening at scale in Claremont. And if you are looking for that rural area, Claremont would be a good place to come if you're looking for that, but you're going to be moving north in the northern parts of Claremont or more towards Groveland and Mascot, which gives you more of that rural look, that country look. Hope that makes sense. All right, guys, that is really what you need to know about Clermont, Florida in terms of 5 to 10 minutes or less scale and kind of getting a flavor for what our city's like. Now, if you stayed with me to the end, let me share with you a couple really cool suggestions. If you are thinking of making the move, there are builders right now, depending on your time frame, there are builders right now that are offering some amazing interest rate reduction deals. We've got some builders that are paying for a portion to all of your closing costs. And when you work with me, Kelly, your real estate ninja, we dedicate up to 25% of our buyer's agent commission back to you at closing. In some cases, giving you between $3,000 and $10,000, depending on the price point of the home and the commissions given, to put towards your closing cost, upgrades, or paying some of the fees for you to buy that home. So guys, if that's of interest to you and you want to learn more at scale with Claremont and what it would be like to work with me, look below, get on my calendar, call or text me, and I will give you the information that you're looking for inside of the context of this city, Claremont, Florida, and really the surrounding areas, Winter Garden, Ocoee, Leesburg, Groveland, Davenport, Mascot, even up north towards the villages. These are all areas that we work in. All right, guys, that's it. Make sure if you want to keep up to date on Claremont, the surrounding cities, and the Central Florida area that you subscribe and you hit the bell. Stay with us on the journey as we drop content like this. Also, comment below and let me know what you thought about this video. And is there anything that you would like to know more of when it comes to Claremont? All right, guys, until the next video, be safe, and I'll be seeing you soon.